Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine while reading a story, or experienced a strange sense of dread? If so, you might be familiar with the work of Edgar Allan Poe, a master of suspense and the macabre. Edgar Allan Poe was an American writer born in 1809 and died in 1849 as a victim of the alcohol. He lived a life full of challenges, including the loss of his parents at a young age and financial struggles. Despite these hardships, he developed a passion for writing. Poe became known for his dark and mysterious stories and poems. He was a true pioneer in the genre of horror and detective fiction. Poe's career was marked by both critical acclaim and personal tragedy. He worked as a writer, editor, and literary critic. His work often appeared in magazines and newspapers, but he struggled to achieve financial stability. Despite his challenges, Poe's talent as a writer was undeniable, and his stories continue to captivate readers today. Poe is best known for his haunting poems and short stories. One of his most famous works is the poem The Raven, a chilling tale of loss and despair. The poem's mysterious narrator is visited by a raven that repeats the word, nevermore, creating a haunting and unforgettable atmosphere. Poe's short stories are equally impressive. The Telltale Heart is a psychological thriller that explores the depths of madness and guilt. The Fall of the House of Usher is a gothic tale of isolation and decay. And The Black Cat, a story of superstition and revenge, is a classic example of Poe's mastery of suspense. Beyond these famous works, Poe also wrote detective stories featuring the character C. Auguste Dupin. These stories are considered early examples of detective fiction and helped to establish the genre.
Poe's writing was influenced by a variety of sources. He was fascinated by the dark side of human nature and explored themes of death, madness, and the supernatural. His interest in psychology and philosophy also shaped his work. Additionally, the Gothic literature of the time, with its emphasis on atmosphere and suspense, had a significant impact on his writing style. Some of the writers who inspired Poe's writing were Charles Dickens, Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Thomas de Quincey, and Ernst Theodor Amadeus Hoffmann. Then, Poe's work has influenced great directors such as Tim Burton, but it was Roger Corman and Vincent Price who adapted much of the work of the American poet to the big screen in the mid-20th century. Poe's legacy as a writer is indisputable. His dark and haunting stories continue to inspire and terrify readers centuries after his death. He is often credited with creating the modern detective story and influencing countless writers in the genres of horror, mystery, and suspense. And last but not least, much of his inspiration is due to cats. His creativity increased when the cat lay on his shoulder. Poe was a cat lover and always had a cat nearby.